Now then, I'm going to take a small break here and review this, which is the perfect grade LED units that I got from Gundam Planet. Thank you guys for holding this for me, which I will be, of course, adding on to the Unicorn Gundam. Very nice box, of course. Self-explanatory. We all know what it is. Here, of course, is what the kit, the information is. The assembly of where it all goes, all the lights. We know, we can see the head, two lights in the, one light in the chest, one light in the waist unit, or yeah, more like the pelvis or gut. Waist unit here, crotch, side skirts, upper and lower parts of the arms, and 3 points of the leg on each side. Not to mention, of course, I guess there are lights behind it as well. Let's look at this so we can understand what we're going to be dealing with. The reason why I'm actually doing this now is because in the instructions that I was reading, when you're assembling, of course, the base, there are parts here that in this that you require for the base. So let's pull this out. Very nice box, of course. Put it to the side. We're just going to review this, and of course we're going to put it back in the box because we're not going to do anything with it at this moment. So I see a manual, which we'll have to review. I believe it's a manual, or it could be just, you know, let's open it up and stop guessing. Yes, so this is the manual. Even though the other manual will help you out with everything, this is pretty much detailed information. I see the battery box. It looks like it will take 4 AA batteries. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's 4 AA batteries. Wow. It's interesting to see AA battery, 4 AA batteries. That means it's 1.5 times, that's 6 watts. And then, of course, here's how the whole thing is set up. So I see this section is for the body. This has to be for the head, the arms, the bottom part of the torso, and then the bottom part of the legs. And then, of course, how to switch them, and I guess how to control, how to actually yank them off, how to put them on, that stuff. So we'll use that as a reference later on if we need to, or just use what's on the manual. Oh, and by the way, I'd like to thank everyone who's been commenting on my videos. Yes, I know, HobbyLink Japan did a very good detail video of it, and I have been reviewing it. Thank you very much. Sometimes, you know, you like to learn on your own. Sometimes you will need a little assistance. But thank you those to tell me that you really don't need to worry about not taking the kit apart and putting on the LED lights. It can be done. All right. Here is the box. I feel like I'm pulling a kit out of a S.A. Mozart. Wow, this is really cool. There's a little button here that you push. There's an on and off switch. Here's a connector right there. Oh, interesting. It actually comes with the parts separator. Very, very handy. I believe I have one over there in my cabinet, but we'll keep this out for now. Let's just put this back and see what the other things are. This has to be the head. Parts for the head. Wow, that's an LED switch right there. That has to be... You know what? Hang on. I put things away for good references. So over here, let's pull this out as references here. Alright. So what you're looking at here are LED lights. These are the 1.6 millimeter LED lights, which is a pain in the ass to put on. Wires. I believe that's the back part. This is the front part. And then here are the LED lights here. So if this has to be a 2 millimeter, maybe a 3mm. I wouldn't know. I would have to test them out later on when I put them all together and see how it looks. But wow, that's interesting. There, of course, it's easy to do this because it has a circuit board, and how it's placed in the unit would make the difference in how it looks. I see some sort of weird splitter there, and then I see the other connections. This is the A bag, which I guess has to be for the body. This has to be some yeah, these are lights as well. There's the B. This could be the lower part of this could be the torso. Then E could be the arm. I'm guessing here, guys. So this is the other arm. This has to be the leg and the other leg. So wow, this is all right. Here's my interpretation. Here's my thought process in this. Is it worth? And you know what? Let's see if it's in the box here. Is it worth 12,000 yen? Think about this. Unless you're an engineer, electrical engineer, a person who works on LED lights every single day, you understand voltage, you understand wattage, you understand resistors, you understand how to solder it. If you are an expert in it, you can pretty much do this on this kit and figure out where to put the batteries are and all that stuff. But for the layman people like me, or the people who don't know how to use this, it's already done. It's already been prepared by scientifically, engineerically, they figured it out. And as you can see, this is not just a simple one light. We're talking 30 lights here. So, bravo to Bandai. Yes, it is expensive. But the final outcome, as I've been seeing on pictures, is well worth it. And I can't wait to see this lit up on this table when I finish assembling it. Okay, so now I'm going to move on with the assembly of the inner frame of the Perfect Grade Unicorn Gundam. And here's all the parts that's dictated into the manual on how to build the torso unit. Now mind you, I'm only building the inner frame, and of course I have to introduce the psycho frame parts because it's integrated into the system. There are some parts that require me to put white parts in it. That's basically usually the outer armor, but there are other parts like this I couldn't avoid, like this guy right here, and we'll cover that in a few moments. Now I could easily introduce the LED units if I wish, but I'm going to do that later after I have the entire frame set up, and then we'll figure it out from there. So let's begin. So first things first, we're going to take this part here, and then this part, this poly cap. And by the way, you're going to get two types of poly caps here. This is the normal PVC version. Once you put that here, make sure it's in this position, and using this part, slide it up like so until it goes all the way. Oop, hold on a second. I'm looking at it in reverse. Yep. Alright. In this position, I apologize. And then this goes here. All the way like so. Until it's like that. Once that's like this, put it down. Take this part here. The little thing that goes like this. And this is where the two types of polycaps we're talking about. In the manual, you'll have a polycap referring to PC, which is the PVC version, and you'll have this one right here that goes in this part, like so. And that part is a little wider. We'll also focus on soon. But then you'll see in the manual there's something called POM, P-O-M, and it doesn't feel like a polycap. It's more like a regular plastic part. So you have one part plastic, one part polycap as a joint. Get it in there like so. So like here's an example. And you'll notice by the different color tone. This one's a little darker while this one's a little lighter. Once that's complete, slide that in here and keep it there for now. turn it around. Get this little color part, clear part. Make sure that this little open end here is facing up. Stick it in the back all the way until it doesn't go any further. So it looks like that. This, of course, holds this part. Now, the actual seat that the Benager is going to sit down. Now, many of you are saying, shouldn't I paint this? Well, considering I'm not going to keep the canopy open all the time, I'm not. I may end up painting this little guy right here. This is Benager, of course, standing up. This is the 1/60th scale version of Benager. So I may decide to paint this for shits and giggles. But I'm showing you this because it also requires to put this part here. And since it's going to be covered, I don't have to worry about it. So there it is, like that. Now, like in the original Master Grade, you have this ball set up here where you put this part in. And it looks like that. Really nice, right? Then, and you're gonna have to forget my phone is going ballistic. Take this. You want to, let me see here. I gotta see this correctly. No, you don't want to use this. You want to use this one right here. Find the opening that goes in like so. That goes like that. Close this in like so. Now, I dedicated my time to cleaning up a lot of parts. If you missed something, make sure you go back to it, shave off a bit, because you don't know if this will interfere with the assembly. From here, in this position, I believe we need to put this one here first, followed by this. That goes all the way up, like so. Put this to the side. You'll need this part here, and then this polycap number 22. Actually, you need this polycap to go here on this base. And then you want to stick it in here until it snaps into place. By the way, cutting the parts here, because there was a nub here, it dug a little deep. So I had to use 400 and an 800 grit sanding paper to sand it down a bit more. I may have to do it again because I'm not 100% confident, especially when you pass your finger over it. And there are a couple here that I think you can bypass, so that's fine. Then you want to put this here and you stick it up like so. And that completes this. Now, this is one part that I think I'm going to have to later on remove, because if I'm going to airbrush this, which I know I will, I may end up spray painting the psycho frame. So I think this I'm going to have to look into removing these parts, or at least masking the inside during my airbrushing phase. So we'll put this aside for now. Now then, we're now going to move on to the joints, and this one is a little tricky because, as I'm noticing it here, these parts has the same features that this one has, where you put a polycap, the regular polycap and the regular plastic polycap. So while in this position, the regular polycap goes here, while the plastic one, the plastic one goes there. So PVC goes on this end, regular plastic goes on the other end. I'm following exactly like I'm seeing it in the manual, because I don't want to ruin this, of course. Nobody wants to ruin a perfect grade, of course. Now, that completes that.